So for this launch, there are 5 ultra chic and playful eyeshadows.
5?
The smoke, slightly harmonious and complementary.
She's like a modern day Mrs. Claus, here to save Christmas. Hurrah! Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a great day so far, and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be sharing all of the details, all of the information on Lisa Eldridge's holiday collection. I'm going to be sharing swatches, images, as well as my thoughts on everything, what I plan to pick up and what I think are the hot picks of this stunning, glorious collection that Lisa has gifted us just in time for the holiday season. So if that sounds good to you, keep watching. So this collection is going to consist of 5 brand new eyeshadow palettes, 5 new shades of Lisa's iconic Velvet True Colour lipsticks, along with 5 corresponding lip liners to each of those new shades, as well as refills of every single shade in these eyeshadow palettes available as single refills. And there are also 4 eyeshadow brushes to complement the eyeshadow palettes. And this entire collection launches tomorrow, the 11th of November at 4 p.m. UK time. So be ready, because this is going to be popular. Very, very popular. So let's take a look at these eyeshadow palettes. Brand new from Lisa, her first eyeshadow palettes ever, and she's given us five, can't even say the right number, 5. That's how shook I am. I was expecting 1 eyeshadow palette. No, the Queen has given us 5. I mean, exceeded all of my expectations. So these are ultra chic and playful eyeshadow palettes housed in beautiful, bespoke, slim and elegant compacts. Of course, what else would you expect from Lisa? Each one contains a curation of 6 totally harmonious and complementary shades in my own unique, easy to blend, microplastic and talc-free high performance formulas. The thoughtfully crafted mirrored compact in my signature soft gold is embossed with my lips monogram in perfect synergy with my aesthetic. The compact features a simple golden seam in keeping with my iconic award-winning seamless skin foundation bottle, and its ultra slim portable design sits beautifully in the hand. All of Lisa's products are also cruelty free. Each of these eyeshadow palettes will set you back £49 or $68. Let's take a look at Vega first. So this is described as a smoky celestial composition of multidimensional cool and neutral tones to take you from day to starry night. It features French grey, which is a light neutral stone in a velvet finish, Smoke and Mirrors, which is a deep cool grey slate in a seamless matte finish, Moon Swirl, which is a cool silvery mink taupe in a metallic finish, Turbulence, which is a cool medium brown in a seamless matte finish, Supernova, which is a silver with rose pink and silver sparkles and is a luminous finish, and Lamp Black, which is a true black seamless matte. And as Lisa said in her launch video, this is like the smoky palette. This is 100% coming home with me. This is definitely one of like my top picks when it comes to the eyeshadow palettes. I feel like, yes, you know, we've all got smoky eyeshadow palettes and smoky eye stories, but there's definitely something a bit unique in here with those grey tones and the cooler neutrals, and just the whole overall look of this palette is just screaming to me, buy me. If you like cool tones, this is coming home with me. I like the number of like mattes to metallics in here as well. I feel like it gives you really, like Lisa said, a great day to night option. You could make it really soft for daytime, and it gives you some lovely shimmers to work with as like a one and done in there. I think this is gorgeous. This is 100% going on my list. So next up we have Cinnabar, and this is described as a rich composition of warm base shades that deliver a myriad of looks from light caramel to intense deep earthy browns and lustrous bronze. In here we have Raw Sienna, which is a light caramel seamless matte, Bronzite, which is a rich warm bronze metallic, Fired Earth, which is a deep warm earth brown seamless matte, Lost Summer, which is a warm copper metallic, Deep Ochre, which is a rich earthy brown velvet, and Ritual, which is a soft light gold with warm sparkling pearls and is described as a top coat shade. This one, while I think it's absolutely beautiful, is a pass for me just because I have so many of this colour story in eyeshadow palettes. I think it's gorgeous. I feel like it's a pretty necessary inclusion for Lisa, you know, launching 5 eyeshadow palettes. Of course, there needs to be a staple warm toned palette, but this isn't kind of something that I need to pick up. So for me, it's not a priority when I'm looking at, you know, buying a few pieces from this collection, but it is stunning. If you like warm tones, I think this looks absolutely glorious. Next up, we have Myth, which is described as a rich synergy of decadent colour from lavender grey and smoked amethyst to pure violet. And this features Nocturama, which is a deep black and violet velvet shade. Illusionism, which is a transparent base with ultraviolet sparkly pearls and is a top coat. Mauve Decade, which is a muted grey lavender velvet. Faded Amethyst, which is a smoke and lustrous taupey amethyst metallic. Victorian Trim, which is a rich and brown vibrant mulberry in a velvet finish. And Violet Stone, which is a pure velvet in a velvet finish. This is probably the most fun of the 5 eyeshadow palettes. It's a bit more colourful, a bit brighter, a bit more vibrant. Again, this one is a pass for me. It's just not my type of shades. It's a bit too bright, a bit too purple, just not really what I'm drawn to in an eyeshadow palette. But again, a really fun, necessary inclusion when you're offering, you know, 5 eyeshadow palettes. There has to be something fun for the purple lovers. So yeah, I think it's beautiful. It's just not the colours that I wear. Next up, we have Sorcery. Oh my goodness. Inspired by medieval tales and legends, this palette does what it says on the tin. This is a precious curation of multifaceted jewel tones that have all the drama of a peacock's tail, perfect for bold evening looks. And this features Troubadour, which is a deep inky teal in a seamless matte finish. Grotto, which is a rich emerald green in a metallic finish. Madrigal, which is a blackened antique green gold in a metallic finish. Mercurial, which is a prismatic green to heather duochrome in a luminous finish. Mage, which is pale silvery sage green / grey with icy blue, pink, gold and green pearls in a metallic finish. And Swan Song, which is a rich sapphire blue in a metallic finish. Count me in. If I had to pick one of these eyeshadow palettes, it's this one. I think it's stunning. It's got the greens in there that I love, but it's also, I feel like, a very balanced palette. It's got impact, but it's got some softness as well to tone looks down or amp them up. It's also got, for me, the most interesting formulas in here with those duochromes that sound fascinating, and all of the mixture in Mage of all of those different colour pearls. Oh my goodness. The swatches of this, if like the look of this palette didn't already hook me in, the swatches in Lisa's video blew my mind. This is my pick of the palettes. This one is like my favourite by a mile, 100%. I'm grabbing this one. And lastly, for the eyeshadow palettes, we have Muse. This is described as a harmonious assemblage of rosy tones, from soft vintage pinks to warm plum brown tones that seamlessly blend together for a monochromatic look of rosy simplicity or dialed up for an intense sublime blush. So we have Tea Room, which is a soft pink apricot velvet. Tomorrow's Party, which is a burnished warm rose metallic. Vintage Mulberry, which is a deep plum brown velvet. Love in Venice, which is a rose gold luminous shade. Cherubim, which is a muted clay pink velvet. Taffeta Fan, which is a delicate pearly champagne luster. This one is, again, a bit of an easy pass for me just because I have many of this colour story. It's something that I do like. I do appreciate the colour story, but I just have so many of this colour story that I just don't need to add another one to my collection. I think this is like the most sort of muted of the palette. So if you're looking for something very daytime, very soft, very subtle, this is going to be beautiful. But I have a lot of like peachy, muted palettes, so I just don't feel the need to instantly add this one to my collection. I have a lot to try already. So every shade across all of these eyeshadow palettes is also going to be available as a single. All of these palettes are fully refillable. They have a little hole in the back of the palette where you can poke the pans out, and they are magnetized, so you can slot another one in. So you could either mix and match them however you like, swap shades in and out of palettes, or you can buy the singles and one palette and swap them in as you like. I think that's such an excellent option, and I love that they've got every single available to mix and match however you like. The refills will be available for £11 or $16. They are available in all 30 shades from the eyeshadow palettes, which is wonderful. If you like sort of one or two of the palettes, but there are certain shades that you're drawn to from others, you don't have to buy all 5 when you know you won't use some of the palettes. You can just buy the shades that you're drawn to and the full palettes that you're drawn to. I absolutely love that. So next up we have 5 new shades of Lisa's True Velvet Lip Colour. These are matte lipsticks revolutionized with a saturated Technicolor formulation and a creamy texture with a slight sheen that's 3D and luscious and not a flat matte. Intensely pigmented, it's easy to create a one-swipe graphic lip statement or pat gently for the ultimate subtle lip stain. First up we have Velvet Duchess, which is described as a clear, clean, deep red garnet. Deeper than velvet ribbon, purer than velvet jazz with blue undertones. I'm a little on the fence with this one. I think it's stunning, but I'm just not sure how it will suit me, whether or not it's one that I will wear often. I have velvet jazz and I have velvet ribbon, and I don't really feel like I'm missing something in between, but I could definitely be persuaded. This one is still on my maybe I'm mulling it over. Next up we have Velvet Pompadour, which is described as a fresh, lively medium pink with neutral undertones. I feel like, again, this is I'm kind of on the fence for me. I feel like it's not my typical shade I'm drawn to, and it's very, for me, reminiscent of Blush Lightly. Maybe it's a little bit like Muse. So I don't necessarily feel like I need it. I'm not sure how it will look on me, whether it'll be a shade I'll wear very often. Again, I'm kind of on the fence with this one. Next up we have Velvet Sorcery. So this is described as a bewitching medium dusky clay rose with a little cool mauve magic from the 90s. I mean, 100% yes. 100% leapt straight off the fence with this one. This is stunning. I can't get enough of Lisa Eldridge's nude shades. They always are stunning, perfect, hit the mark every time. This one looks like it's a sort of warmer, richer version of Velvet Affair, which is like one of my all-time favorite nude lipsticks. I cannot wait to get this one on my lips. This is the most exciting of the lipsticks for me. I love a nude from Lisa. Next up we have Velvet Rain, and this is described as a rain-soaked rose with muted natural medium pink with a blend of warm and cool undertones at its heart, picking up the natural tones of the lips while enlivening the face. This one I think is a pass for me. It's a little too much into the rose territory, which is really like my least favorite lipstick shade, the one that I feel like just doesn't really suit me. And yeah, so this one is an easy pass for me. Next up we have Velvet Enchantment, and this is described as a wild muted red madder rose, and is also said to be the most effortlessly wearable of all of Lisa's reds. This one is, again, it's stunning. I love, like Lisa says, it's a sort of a very muted red lipstick, a lipstick from the red family, but much more muted and wearable for those who fear red. I think this is beautiful and quite unique, like probably the most unique shade of the collection. Definitely picking this one up. So those lipsticks will set you back £26 or $36, and there are also accompanying lip liners that will be launching at the same time to match each of those new shades of Velvet Matte. Those liners will set you back £19 or $27. There are also 5 new eye brushes that are going to be launching as part of this collection. We have number 8, £36, and this is described as short but dense bristles, which make it ideal for building stronger shadow and definition around the eyes, good for targeting the socket line and building colour around the upper and lower lash line. We then have number 9, and this is described as being the perfect partner to number 8, with long tapered bristles, perfect for diffusing and blurring hard edges into a soft and seamless cloud of colour. We then have number 14 of the Seamless Blend brushes. This pointed pencil brush is expertly designed to beautifully blur and diffuse colour around the upper and lower lash line. Can be used to smudge liner, smoke out shadow, or create a more defined lash line. And number 15. This is a fine point brush, ideal for the precise application and softening of shadow deep into the lash line. Also allows for creating a more intense and precise lash line, and can also be used for pinpoint concealing using your concealer or foundation. And all of Lisa's brushes are 100% vegan and cruelty free. So there you have it. Quite a large collection and offering from Lisa, the likes of which we don't see. It doesn't come around too often, such a collection of this size. So to confirm, I plan to pick up Vega and Sorcery from the eyeshadow palettes, and Sorcery and Enchantment from the Velvet lipsticks. I'm definitely on the fence with a couple more. I mean, I may just pick up all of the lipsticks to save my brain exploding and to save regret, because lipsticks from Lisa, especially her velvets, do sell out very, very quickly, and typically it's the most popular shades. It's very hard to guess what the most popular shades will be. Based on previous experience, previous launches, it's the nudes that sell out fastest, so I would expect and guess Sorcery to be the first to sell out. But yeah, if there's anything you desperately want and know that you are committed to buying that, I would 100% get on there straight away at launch time, because there's always something that sells out very quickly and it is hard to predict what that will be. So yeah, I'm still really considering the lipsticks. I will definitely pick up the complimentary lip liners to go with whichever lipsticks I purchase, because Lisa's lip liners are like the best of the best of the best, bar none. So long lasting, so smooth and creamy. Beautiful formula. I love them. They always pair stunningly, not only with her lipsticks, but with lots of others. They're always very versatile, and yeah, I love them. So I'll definitely pick up the corresponding lip liners. I don't plan on picking up any of the brushes. I just have many, many brushes. I don't need any new brushes. So please, 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 I beg of you, let me know what you're most excited about in this comment section. Let me know which eyeshadow palette you're most drawn to, which lipsticks are tickling your pickle. Are you just getting everything? Are you getting nothing? Are you passing on this whole collection? Please let me know what your picks are in the comment section down below. I cannot wait to get my mitts on these gorgeous products. Lisa never lets us down, does she? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'd love to see you in the next one. Otherwise, take care for now. Bye, 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 bye. I almost forgot the kiss.